We're Verizon. Of course we're in Las Vegas for the big game.
We're Verizon. Of course we're out here in full force testing and prepping the network.
We're Verizon. Of course we're creating the best experiences for our customers and NFL fans.
We're Verizon. Of course we're giving customers a chance to experience all the excitement.
We're Verizon. Of course we surprise an 86-year-old customer with tickets to the big game. What's up, Don?
We're Verizon. Of course we're excited for the big game. Woo!
What a way to open the show. Oh my goodness, Jess looks like she's having a blast in Vegas.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Well, we are having our own little party over here. Let's cheers. Folks, we are 2 days away from the biggest night in football, and we want to dive right into the show by kicking things back to Jess in Vegas, who's got a roster of special guests. Jess, take it away.
There is some serious Vegas energy in here. We have taken over the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club. It is now Verizon Live. So many events in here all week long. And we have some special guests. We have Joe, Kyle, Leslie, and Hans. And Matt Carr is here. And the entire frontline team, Test Force, the retail folks. Tell us the excitement around having your team out here in one of the biggest weekends of the entire year.
So here's what we're excited about. This weekend is no different than any other weekend for us. We just get to show everybody how good we are. There's three things I want to say. We by far have the best network. I went to the command center yesterday. Unbelievable team. They're prepared for this weekend. They're prepared to go. Number two, we have by far the best sales team, SMB and consumer, best sales team. And number three, we have better promos. Kevin calls Frank the wizard. He is the wizard, and he's given us the best promos we've ever seen since I've been here in 27 years. But it doesn't really matter what I think. What do you guys think? Let's go.
Thanks, Matt. Awesome. So before we get into it, we just want to show you guys all the amazing things we've been doing this week. So let's roll the video.
We're in Vegas, baby! It's the big game, and Verizon is the network football fans and America relies on. Let's go! Man, do we know how to make an impression. We took over the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club and rolled out the red carpet as only Verizon knows how to do. Test Force was out in full force, and our retail teams, they always bring their game. Even made an impact in the community. Our small business grant made a huge difference. From teaming up with Gooder, and we teamed up with a local Dream program to introduce the next generation of reporters. Command Center, check. Emergency mobile assets, check. The best network on the strip, check, check, check. Viva Las Vegas, or should I say, Viva Las Verizon.
Yeah, man.
Viva Las Verizon! That was great. Wow. Everyone has been very busy, and I want to toss it now to Hans to give us some comments about the weekend ahead and all the work we've done out here in Vegas. Hans?
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here. Amazing. I'm just going to start by thanking you all here in Las Vegas, of course, all the V-teamers, but especially to all of you here that has prepared the network, selling the network, meeting our customers. It is a big show up for us. I mean, Super Bowl is the biggest sports event in the United States by far. We are showing up here as a very, very important event. But it's just a long journey we have. We have been working with NFL for over a decade. We have built all the stadiums with private networks, but not only that, seeing that we have capacity. And I think that some of my colleagues will talk more about it. But I'm proud of what we're doing in the networks and how we're showing up with the NFL. But not only that, it's also a time for us to show our brand. And I guess Leslie is going to talk a little bit more about that. Because if you go around in Las Vegas and you see what we're doing here, it's just pumping out Verizon, which I think is just amazing, because our customer base is actually very much glued to the sports and NFL. And this morning, we actually released our Consumer Connect report. That's the first report where we actually take data and, in a good way, meaning ethically and with privacy, and to share with the world what we see in the network. And give you a couple of stats which we saw in the first report, because it's 3 sections. The first section is actually about the NFL. And almost 50% of all fans going to stadiums during this season has been Verizon customers, 47% to be exactly. That's enormous, that almost every second fan going to one of the 30 stadiums is a Verizon customer. They also increased the usage of the network with almost 50%. 47% growth in the network between this season and previous season. So clearly, we see how important it is not only being in the stands and looking at the game, but also being connected, uploading, downloading, sending messages. I think it was 8 million calls as well, so a lot of people are calling during the event. But it's a way for us to show how we understand the network and then how we build the network, because all that data is telling us what our customers or the fans are using the network. So very excited about that. We're going to talk about it through the day. Already started in the morning on TV, but it will go through the day. But just showing how important our customers are, and we try to understand how they use the network. Almost 50% of all users on the network is going to video. That would be everything from TikTok to YouTube or a streaming service. So that's 50% what Joe is building in the network is actually capturing some sort of video enabled. That's also enormous. And then we also know huge investment here, but we've done huge investment in network across the country in order to see that we can meet them. So I'm very excited to be here. We are kicking it off, and I would like to thank everybody here, but also the V-teamers out looking at Up to Speed. Just come in and see that you're excited what's going to happen this weekend. And we're not going to tell you what's going to happen on the Super Bowl ad we have, but if you miss it, I'm sorry for you. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Whoa! Maybe Leslie will tell you.
So first of all, I can tell you, you definitely will not miss it. It will be everywhere. And I hope for all of you watching, I hope you can feel the energy in this room right now. It is 9-something, and the energy is absolutely palpable. So first of all, thanks to all of you. Thank you. And a huge thank you to the marketing team. I think to Hans's point, we're literally everywhere. We are on the ground, we're on digital. You can literally see us from the sky. You cannot miss us. And to me, this is the most powerful and vibrant manifestation of the brand. The electricity, the energy, the swagger. We power what people love and what they're excited about in their lives. So at every single touch point, whether you're here on the ground, whether you're watching, anywhere you are across the country, you will see this come to life. I think also just the care for our customers, the care for our partners. We're going to be spending tons of time with partners and collaborating. The NFL is incredible. The partnerships that we have with them, it's not just a sponsorship. It's deep. It's a 360 innovative partnership that keeps pushing further and further. What I love most about what we're doing this year, and I haven't been here years past with Verizon, but there's so much new. This is new. Every single part of the programming is new. How we're showing up is new. Who we're bringing forth is new. How we're rolling out our advertising is new. So I could not be more excited. I want to say another big thank you to the marketing team everywhere that you are, those that are here and those that are back at home cheering us on. But stay tuned.
All right. All right. So for me, the Super Bowl's changed for me over time. You know, as a kid, you're growing up, you're watching football. This is the biggest day of the year in sports and all that. Now, for me, this is the biggest day for Verizon. We show up and we show off. And now it's changed for me. So now we fly in yesterday, and we could just see this place is enveloped by Verizon. And I walk around and I talk to all of you guys. I talk to our employees, our colleagues, and the pride that we have in the network that we've built here and how we're going to show up, the confidence. We're not worried that people are going to use their phone inside the venue. We want them to, because they're going to see how good we are. And that manifests itself out throughout the whole country. So every year, we focus on wherever the Super Bowl site is, and we get to show off what we do. And so everybody's shown up. I'm super excited for it. It helps the brand. It helps us sell. Get out there, be proponents of the brand, and just show your pride. listen, guys, we talk a lot about coach-to-coach communication. Yeah, that's super cool. But think about everything else that we're powering around here, right? You got the first responders out there. You have small, medium business running their shops. You have our consumers coming to the game. Everybody has different use cases. We need to support it all. This guy and his team have built an unbelievable network, and people should feel confident and be super excited. So show it off, show the pride. We own this thing. And I look forward to seeing what kind of sales we make after we're done with this thing.
All right.
All right?
All right. Kyle, I can echo some of those statements, but first thing, I got a ton of folks from the network team who've been busting their hut. Everybody stand up. Come on, give it up. Stand up. Let's see. All right. Thank you guys so much for all of the... So I heard my team competing about how many thousands of steps they got every single day testing the network. I think I heard 23,000 steps yesterday. Unbelievable the way that we show up and show the power of our network and the performance that our customers demand to stay connected. As Kyle said, we have so many different customers that are relying on us, not only here in Vegas, but around the country. And the thing I love about the Super Bowl is it gives us the opportunity to take all of the great technology that we have and showcase it in one place. This team has been working for 3 years to triple the capacity in this area for this weekend. And that's not just happening here in Vegas. That's happening all across the country so that our customers can stay connected and do things they could never do before when you get hundreds of thousands of people, businesses, first responders, who are all using the power of our wireless network. So a special shout out and thank you to you all, and I can't wait to see what's in store for this whole weekend.
Yep.
Thanks.
I would like to ask you a question.
This is unscripted. Here we go.
Everything is unscripted.
It's all unscripted.
Anything can happen. So just be prepared. Yeah. No, I think one thing that we, even though we've talked a lot about it, this is the first Super Bowl. We also have the private network for coach to coach. The importance of that it's working, because if that's not working, it's enormous.
Yeah. No, but that's why they chose us to do it, because of we've gone through the whole season. And thanks to everybody who's been working on coach to coach, we knock on wood, we've gone through the whole season without a problem. And this is brand new tech, but we put it through its paces. Yeah. And also what you don't know, we didn't do it only in the 30 stadiums in the United States, we did it internationally too. Yeah. So the games that were international, they used our technology. Here's the thing though, but once again, it's back to the proof of what we do. So the NFL needed to modernize what they do, how they do their business. We helped them do it. But we help thousands of businesses throughout the United States do the same thing. The same reliability that we talk about here for the NFL, we give to every single customer. But now's the chance to show it off. One other thing I want to give a shout out to. I just saw a screenshot of a speed test that we did 5.3 gigabits a second. But hold on a second, that's a big number. There's nobody in the world who can do that. Only us right now. We're the only ones. So,
Yeah, I'll just echo, because yesterday I was on the phone with the CIO of the NFL doing our final checks. We were a little nervous. But two things. One is he couldn't thank this Verizon team enough for the way we show up. And he certainly had complaints about a lot of other vendors and partners that he deals with. Nothing but praise for this team and our readiness for this weekend that they rely on so much, to Kyle's point. The other thing is, he immediately was talking about next year and all the things he wants to do next year. Yeah. Right? So it's all about building the brand and getting that.
Yeah. Awesome.
But think about it, how we, and I just want to frame this in a strategy that we're doing with sport. First of all, our customers are into the sport, and first responder and all of them. So that's of course important. But also how we actually, over time, has been having signages on stadiums. That was what we had. Nowadays, we sell technology to the leagues, to the stadiums. So we have totally changed the model. And on top of that, we extend our relationship with the brand. I mean, The marketing team, Leslie and the team, has done this Run the Playlist, for example, where basically all the 32 teams has done their playlist. So we take this to another level. So this is not only about putting up a signage. We are Verizon. We like that. But it's much more today. We build and sell technology. We use it for our customers. We do it locally here in Las Vegas. We do a lot. I also know we do a lot in Kansas and a lot in San Francisco, because apparently they are playing in the game. I don't know. This is a much more crafted strategy that sometimes we had some 10 years ago when there was a Verizon Stadium, and you two would remember it, and we wouldn't because we're new, how we have changed it. And I have to thank all of you, all the way from marketing, consumer group, business group, and technology, how we have shifted this to be a revenue generating partnership rather than, hey, okay, we can have the signage, that's great. Everybody knows Verizon in the United States. I mean, the recognition is, I don't think, 99% brand recognition. It's more about what we can do for our customers and for our partners. And I see this, as Joe said, it's manifested today because you see everything at once. Usually don't see it, and I have the chance to talk about everything from Run the Playlist, what we do at the Sphere, what's happening with the technology, how we try to sell, what type of models we have. So I think this is sort of an evolution which is just starting. I think we can do so much more, and you can hear it from the three panelists here together with me. Of course, Sampat would have the same opinion, that we can continue to leverage this in a great way. But you guys in this room and all the V-teamers, you're part of that delivery. It's more than sort of a signage for me. It's a strategy. It's a business strategy.
Yeah, agree.
Okay?
That's all.
Are you okay with that? Should we now should we hand it back, or do you send something more?
I got nothing.
You have nothing?
Let's get on. Let's get
We got to get to work.
Out there and sell,
Okay,
baby.
we need to work. Okay.
Sell.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well said. I've had a great time seeing this. It is true. You cannot go anywhere without seeing Verizon. We were everywhere. And thank you so much for all your hard work. The people, the network, we are the best. Now, who are you guys rooting for this weekend? Who you got in the game? That's right. All right. Back to you, Jen and Raquel. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Woo!
All right, what a blast. And listen, we all feel your pride. We're feeling it here as well. And clearly there's a lot of back and forth about who's going to take home the Vince Lombardi trophy. And V-Team, we want to thank those of you who took a moment to participate in that very poll on our Inside Verizon Slack channel.
Yep, we asked for your predictions, and it was close, but the majority of the votes were in favor of Kansas City.
Ah, boo, that's all right. Okay, well, in a little bit, we're also going to share 2 more ways that you can win some fun prizes. But first, I want to turn the attention to another huge reason to tune in this weekend, the commercials.
Yep, they will make you laugh, cry, maybe even both at the same time. And team, this year Verizon has 3 commercials.
Be on the lookout for our Verizon commercial. And if you haven't had a chance to watch the tease we dropped on Verizon's Instagram handle, be sure to check it out. There's been a couple of rumors around who the star is, besides our network, of course.
Of course. Now, we're also excited to share that we'll be running 2 commercials in Spanish during Univision's Spanish language telecast of the game. One is a Verizon commercial, and the second will be for our Total by Verizon value brand. Súper emocionante tener 2 comerciales en español, 2 commercials this year. You cannot miss it. No se lo pierdan.
All right, I can't wait to watch those. And Jen, I will be texting you for translations. All right, V-Team, that brings us to another way to win a prize. We know these commercials will strike a chord with many of you. And we want to know, who do you text when they do? I know Jen is someone that I text, but who is in your Super Bowl group chat for a chance to win an awesome prize?
And team, here's another cool way to get in on the commercial fun. Did you know that you can actually register to vote for your favorite Super Bowl commercials? It's a great way to make your voice count as a consumer, so here's a quick tutorial of how you can register.
Hey V-Team, the big game is almost here and we need your help to make sure Verizon is #1. It's time to get excited for the game, the parties, and of course the commercials. And this is where we need you. USA Today Ad Meter has become the industry-leading tool used to measure public opinion surrounding the ads from the big game. And we need your support to make sure Verizon takes the top spot. It's super easy. Go to admeter.usatoday.com to register as a panelist. Go now, it only takes just a few minutes. As soon as a commercial is released, it gets added to the Ad Meter platform. Cool, right? But here's the important thing. you won't be able to vote for the Verizon ad until after it plays during the game. So you can register now, but you need to head back to Ad Meter once you see the ad in order to vote for it. And make sure you vote for every eligible ad, otherwise your votes will not count. Voting will remain open until 1 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. Pacific Time, the night of the big game. And the winner will be announced the morning of Monday, February 12th. We already know the V Team is unstoppable. So together, let's make sure the Verizon ad is on top Monday morning.
All right, super cool. I know I'll be voting. And team, to stay up to date with more excited updates, be sure to follow our social handles on Instagram @Verizon and @Inside Verizon.
And team, we're super excited to share that you can now also follow our newest social handle, Tu Verizon, which translates to Your Verizon, for all the latest happenings in Espanol. So go follow us right now and check out our first post featuring my fellow Colombian J Balvin, who teased a huge surprise happening during the broadcast. Now, what will it be? You'll just have to tune in to find out. Tienen que mirar y esperar.
So many surprises. All right, folks, we hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we do want to encourage you to head over to the Verizon LinkedIn page at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time, where Hans will be joined by Eli Manning and the new head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, Jim Harbaugh, for an exciting conversation ahead of the big game.
You will not want to miss that. We'll share a link for easy access in today's story. And with that, happy Super Bowl weekend, V Team.
Until next time,
You're up to speed.